As we navigate the complexities of modern food systems, a pressing issue has emerged that threatens the very foundation of our dietary choices, the global shortage of protein. On one hand, it may seem counterintuitive that a world with an abundance of food is struggling to meet its protein needs. Yet, the unsustainable practices of animal agriculture are exacerbating this crisis, particularly in vegan communities. To understand the magnitude of this problem, let's look at the numbers. According to the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, global protein production has increased by 150% since 1961, with animal products accounting for nearly 70% of all protein consumed worldwide. However, this rise in production comes at a staggering cost. Animal agriculture is responsible for approximately 14.5% of global greenhouse gas emissions, with beef and lamb production being the largest contributors. The consequences are far-reaching. A study published in the journal PLOS One found that over 8 million tons of plastic enter the world's oceans every year, with a significant portion of this waste coming from animal agriculture. This not only harms marine life, but also contaminates the food chain, posing a risk to human health. In vegan communities where plant-based diets are on the rise, the protein shortage is particularly pronounced. A survey conducted by the Vegan Society found that 70% of vegans in the UK were struggling to get enough protein in their diets, with many turning to supplements and fortified foods to meet their needs. The lack of accessible, affordable, and nutritious plant-based protein sources is exacerbating this problem. Now you might be thinking, but what about soybeans and lentils? Aren't these staples of the vegan diet? While it's true that these legumes are excellent sources of protein, they're not a silver bullet. According to the FAO, global production of pulses, which include beans, lentils, and peas, has increased by 37% since 2000, yet this still falls short of meeting the world's protein demands. The root cause of this crisis lies in the unsustainable practices of animal agriculture. The industry generates an astonishing $1.30 trillion annually, with the global livestock market valued at over $1.40 trillion in 2020. Yet, it's estimated that only 30% of these profits are retained by farmers, leaving the majority to be absorbed by middlemen and large corporations. To address this shortage, we need a multifaceted approach. One solution lies in the development of more efficient and sustainable agricultural technologies. For example, vertical farming and hydroponics have shown promising results in increasing crop yields while reducing water and land use. Moreover, innovative protein sources like insect-based foods and lab-grown meat could provide viable alternatives to traditional livestock that, however, these solutions require significant investment and policy support. Governments must work with farmers, corporations, and consumers to create a more equitable food system that prioritizes sustainability over profits. By promoting agroecological practices, supporting local and small-scale producers, and investing in research and development, we can create a protein-rich future that's both nourishing and sustainable. The statistics are clear. The global shortage of protein is a pressing issue that demands immediate attention. As we move forward, it's time to rethink our relationship with animal agriculture and prioritize a food system that serves humanity, not just profits. The question is, will we act now to create a more sustainable, equitable, and protein-rich future for all? As we've witnessed throughout this journey, the global protein crisis is deeply intertwined with our dietary choices. The alarming truth is that animal agriculture, once hailed as a staple of Western diets, has become an unsustainable force behind the world's protein woes. It's particularly striking to see how this industry disproportionately affects vulnerable communities who are already struggling to access nutritious food. So, what can we do? We need to fundamentally rethink our relationship with food and begin prioritizing sustainable plant-based solutions that not only reduce our environmental footprint, but also nourish our bodies. The time for change is now. Will you join the revolution and make a conscious choice towards a more compassionate, equitable future, starting